Are you gonna lay down? Or are you just gonna be a pain in my butt? You tell me. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 34 of the Little Black Cat Knits podcast, a podcast all about knitting and crochet and sometimes cross stitch and other crafty things I happen to get myself into. I'm your host Ashley, coming at you from New Jersey, where I live with my husband, my two sons, and my little black cat, who will probably make an appearance at some point. You might actually hear him in the background eating right now. We have a little bit of a different background today. Currently, sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm setting up. 20 weeks pregnant, setting things up. I get out of breath very easily. But yeah, we currently have all the pieces to the crib in our bedroom, leaning up against my yarn shelves. So yeah, we're filming down here in my little nook today. So, yeah. I feel like I forgot how to do things. Oh, it's Tuesday, March 28th, 10:14 a.m. Yeah, it's been about 3 weeks since I podcasted last. We'll get into why and all that in life stuff. Where you can find me. Guys, I swear I know what I'm doing. You can find me on Instagram as Gatti Yarn Co, on Etsy as Gatti Yarn Co, where you can find all of my hand-dyed yarns. And you can find me on Ravelry as AM Gatti. All of my project pages for all of the things I talk about are on Ravelry, and those things will all be linked down below for your convenience, in case you don't want to search for things. So yeah, I've got a couple things to talk about today. First of all, do you guys love my new cup? Isn't it gorgeous? Got it from 3 Pairs of Ears, I believe is the name of the company. I'm obsessed. I have to hide it from my kids because they like to drink out of whatever I'm drinking out of, and I'm like, this is glass. You're not breaking my beautiful flounder cup. So, yeah. Anywho, got a couple things to talk about today. One finished object, a couple whips, lots of acquisitions, some books, and shop news. So, I guess let's get into it. Let's jump into our first and only FO. I have finished my Hagrid socks. They are done. Aren't they beautiful? Yeah, I finished them on Saturday, and yeah, I'm not really sure what else to say. I knit them out of my the Gamekeeper sock set, which is inspired by Hagrid. I believe there are still 2 or 3 of them in the shop right now, if you would like to grab yourself some. But I knit them Magic Loop, US size 1, 2.25, licorice. I really thought we could avoid the scratching everything since we weren't upstairs, but apparently no, he wants to scratch the bag that has all the hardware for the crib. Licorice. Stop it. Anyway, as I was saying, 64 stitches, Magic Loop, US 1, 2.25 millimeter needle. I did 20 rounds for the cuff, 40 rounds for the leg, just a slip stitch, heel flap, and gusset, 60 rounds for the foot, and a standard toe. So yeah, not really much to say about these. They're done, which is wonderful. I like having finished objects, especially socks, because they just finish so quickly, so I like feel accomplished. That is my only FO though. So moving right along to whips, we've made quite decent progress this past 3 weeks. So I guess we'll keep on the sock theme. Living in this aerial bag from Molly Klein Design is my Licorice Don't. My toe up socks and my car knitting. But they moved from car knitting to regular knitting when I finished my Hagrid socks. But anyway, I finished the first of these 2 socks. Yeah, I knit these toe up using Allison of Lofty Loops toe pattern, I don't know. Yeah, I did 70 rounds for the foot, fish lips kiss heel, and then I decided on a 40 round leg and a 20 round cuff, 2x2 ribbing, Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off. And I knit these magic loop on a US 1 2.25mm needle as well. But as soon as I finished that one, I cast on the second one. And then, yeah, I finished the toe, I'm through the heel. I just have to get going on the leg. So these should probably be done by next podcast, I would think. But yeah, I'm knitting this out of Fangirl Fibers, Car Knitting and Off-Roading. I got this from Kay Crazy Sock Lady's shop when it was still open. And yeah, this was my car knitting. Well, it goes back and forth. It lives in my purse, and I do knit it in the car. But once I finished my Hagrid socks, I pulled these out because my mother-in-law and stepfather-in-law came over to watch a comedy special the other night, and I needed some mindless knitting while we watched, and my Hagrid socks were done, so I pulled these out to work on these. So that's that. Oh gosh, sorry, I am out of breath, guys. Pregnancy it's not a joke. Moving right along. My next whip I can talk about is the Beauty and the Beast sweater that I am knitting for Keith out of this Knitting with Disney book by Tanis Gray. Hello, squeakers. The pattern I'm knitting is the Beauty and the Beast pullover by Megan Regan, or Bad Wolf Girls Sits and Knits. I believe I'm knitting a size 4, which is be helpful. I didn't close things before I was done with them. Licorice, stop it. I'm knitting a size 4, which is a 40-inch chest circumference. Get down, because I think my husband's chest circumference is like a 37 or 38, and he wanted a little bit of ease. So, yeah. Can you stop? Really? Like, why do you have to be like this? Seriously. Like, it's really like, I can't anymore with you. Get down. Just get down. Just get down. Never a dull moment with this cat. Anyway, so I have made some decent progress on this. If I can find my progress keeper, that'd be helpful. I have officially finished the color work. So if you notice, last time we chatted, I was all the way up here by this little book, which I believe, it's really cute. It's like a little book with like a black bird on it. I believe this book, Charm, is, I want to say it's from Charmed and Dangerous. I believe. Could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure. But yeah, get down. Seriously, get down. Get down. Anyway, color work is done. So now I am on to stockinette for the rest of the body. I think I have about 10 inches to knit because my husband, the pattern calls for, I think, 12 inches after the, like, from splitting for the sleeves, but my husband's torso is longer. I think it's like 18 inches total, where he likes his like sweaters and shirts to sit. So I'm knitting this to 16 inches, and then it'll be like 2 inches of ribbing. But yeah, the color work was a pain in my ass. I did notice though, because when I was doing these charts up at the top, I was knitting the color work with 2 hands. And then I was really annoyed at how slow that was going. So I decided to try and knit the color work, I would say probably around these hearts is when I tried to knit the color work, these purple hearts, with both colors in one hand. And can we not eat the yarn, please? Once I did that, I noticed that A, it was going quicker, and B, my tension and floats and my color work was looking so much nicer and so much neater. So from now on, I guess that's what we'll be doing. We will be knitting color work with one hand, or like, you know what I mean, you guys know what I mean, like both yarns, one hand, you know. But yeah, I'm knitting I'm knitting this out of all Knit Picks, Brava, Sport. All of the colorways are listed on my project page. And yeah, I'm knitting it in the called for needle size, everything like that. So that's moving right along. That I'll probably pull out as like, if I need like mindless knitting, because I'm at like a straight stockinette portion. So yeah. Whew, out of breath. Are you gonna lay down? Or are you just gonna be a pain in my butt? You tell me. Okay. Anywho, I got a little bit more work done on 2 more projects. I think that's it. Yeah, 2 more. So living in this bag by Stolen Minutes is my Spellman sweater by Tristan Molina of Dragon Horde Yarn. And I hopefully have not dropped any stitches. No. I've made quite a bit of progress on this also. So yeah, last time we talked, I was at the cheesecake. And now I am where I am. I think I have 10 repeats left of the raglan increase section, and then I'll be moving on from that. I absolutely love how this is working up. This cable detail is just gorgeous. I love Tristan's patterns. They're always written so well, and they are just so easy to follow. And yeah, I just love how like it's just such a simple cable and bobble detail, like, and it's just on the sleeve. It's like just enough interest where it's like the rest is like nice easy stockinette, and then you get this like little bit of interest. I love it. But yeah, I'm knitting these on the called for needles. I finally upped to a longer cord, which is nice. And I'm knitting it out of Gatti Yarn Co., my hand-dyed yarn, in our Pygmy Puff colorway. This is my Munchkin MCN base, so 80-10-10, 80% superwash merino, 10% nylon, 10% cashmere, yes. And then my Maine Coon mohair, which, like I said, I don't have the ball bands for these, so I can't remember what the actual, I want to say it's like 72% kid silk 72-28 kid silk mohair. I want to say, I can't get, it's mohair, guys, you know, standard mohair. Yeah, I'm still on the first ball of each of those. Haven't had to add in anything else yet. I'm not alternating skeins simply because I feel like the mohair gives enough of like a coverage, if that makes sense. It kind of mutes out anything that's like not even, if that makes sense. I feel like you can get away with not changing, like not alternating skeins a little bit more when you use mohair with something. I feel like it helps like blend, that's the word I was looking for, blend things nice and seamlessly. But yeah, this has been getting a ton of work. I love working on this. Yeah, that's that. I think I only have one more whip to talk about. This might be a quick episode today, guys. Well, I've been talking for 10 minutes. What the heck is going on here? Yeah, take a little water break here. What are you looking at? This cat. I can't. Okay, anyway. I guess this is the last whip living in my Miser Brothers bags from Lila Styles. This is my Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart. It is what I started for Advent. We chatted about this last time a little bit. But I have made some progress. This was my TV knitting for a little while. So yeah, last time I talked to you guys, I was at this snowflake, which is from Tiddly Bakes, and also the cheesecake that was on the Spellman sweater is also from Tiddly Bakes. But I finished this color, which was Plus Blood from Lolo Did It. Now I'm into this color, which is Jersey Devil from Lantern Light yarn, I believe. I think so. I think Lantern Light yarn. But yeah, I'm in the middle of a row. No, I'm not. I thought I was. No, I'm not. But yeah, moving right along. It's slow moving. I don't expect it to be done anytime soon. It is nice to keep by my couch and just pick up when we're watching TV at night and whatnot. I would have done it while watching that comedy special. The only reason I didn't is because I do still need the pattern up just to keep track of where the eyelet rows are. And since we were watching, I didn't want to have my iPad out with the extra light and stuff. But yeah, that is all the works in progress and stuff. We're gonna move on to acquisitions. And then shop news and all that jazz, but we'll start with acquisitions. Yeah, last time we chatted, I told you I had some stuff on the way, and it all arrived wonderfully. So I ordered, don't fall, of course you're gonna fall. Oh God. Whew. Okay. So I ordered this bag from, jeez, this is terrible. I can't ever remember anything. Please tell me they have a tag on here somewhere. Ah, yes, from Weird Sisters Wool Emporium on Etsy. How cute is this fabric? It's the Stars Hollow Knit-a-thon. As soon as I saw this bag, I was like, oh my God, I need that. It's a nice like round, I don't have a bag, and it's more like a bucket actually. And then like this drawstring, and you can just tuck that right inside. And it's got like it's like a bucket. I don't have anything like this. I saw this and I was like, the fabric is awesome. I love the construction of this bag. So I had to get it. And I'm like waiting for the perfect project to put in it. I kind of want to use my Gilmore Girls Mystery Club color from November, which was called Knit People Knit and was inspired by the Stars Hollow Knit-a-thon. So I kind of want that to be like the first project that goes in this bag, but I also want to wait until all of the Gilmore Girls club skeins are dyed up and done, like the club is done, before I start knitting with them. Same thing with like my Disney princess ones and the Supernatural ones. Like I kind of want to wait until like the clubs are complete before I start knitting with them. I know it's so stupid, like I don't have to do that, but like I kind of want to. Like, does that make sense? I don't know. But I really want to start using this because it's like, I'm like kind of obsessed with the shape of it. But yeah, I'm super excited to find something to put in this, and it's purchase number one. Moving right along, I got a shipment order. My brain, guys, from Area 51 Fibers, and I ordered 4 50-gram skeins from her. These are all on her fingering sock or sturdy alien base, which is fingering sock, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 213 yards per 50 grams. That's same base for all 4 of these. So I got the bluey colorway because my boys are absolutely obsessed with bluey. So I figure if I have a couple random bare mini skeins, like not enough to dye up and sell because it's like 1 or 2, and like when I dye minis I have to do like a pretty big batch of them. So I figure if I grab a couple of those and just use the bare mini for heels, toes, and cuffs, I can get a pair of socks for each of my boys out of this. Because they've got small feet. I don't need a whole 50-gram skein for one of them. So they're both really excited about the bluey socks. I need to cast these on ASAP. But I can't get to my yarn cubby because of the crib. So we're having a little snafu there. I keep telling my husband, I'm like, can we please get it done? Because I'd like to get to my yarn. But anyway, moving right along. I also grabbed her Gaston colorway because, as we have previously discussed, my husband absolutely loves Beauty and the Beast. So the second I saw this, I was like, oh, that's perfect. These will be perfect for socks for him. He's been asking for a new pair of socks. I have like 4 pairs of socks in my with basket over here of his that have holes that I need to mend, but I can't mend them because I can't get to my scrap bin because it's in my cubby where the crib is. Yeah, so they're just hanging out in there until I can get to my scrap bin so I can pull out scraps to mend the holes in these socks. So yeah, any of my smaller scraps, larger scraps I should say, for heels, toes, and cuffs are in there, so I'm thinking I'll probably do red or black for heels, toes, and cuffs on these for him. And then I got these 2 for me. So I got her What We Do in the Shadows colorway. It's one of my all-time favorite shows. The show cracks me up. I love it so much. So I was thinking I'll probably do black heels, toes, and cuffs for these. And then I also grabbed myself a skein of Mickey and Minnie because I love Disney and I love Mickey and Minnie. I'll probably do like a yellow for heels, toes, and cuffs on these. Like, just makes sense, you know? Or maybe I'll do bear also because I don't know. We'll see. I'll get to it eventually, guys. But yeah, I figure these will be good. I need more shorty socks. I generally, my scale's in the other room, but I generally use about 50 to 70 grams for like a standard pair of socks, like my, like these, because I generally do a 20 round cuff, 40 round leg. But I've been wanting more shorty socks to wear with like my Converses in like the spring and the summer. And I've been wearing the crap out of like the jelly rolls that I've made. So I was like, let me just get some shorties. So I figure that's what I'll do with these 2 skeins. But yeah, I'm very excited to work with all of these. The last acquisition I got, I just received yesterday. It's from Lofty Loops Yarn. I got her mystery anti-hero yarn club for March because it was inspired by Nesta from A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I just received it yesterday. It is a mystery club, so I don't know if you've ordered it. I am going to show it. If you've ordered it and don't want to see it, look away. I'll put on the bottom of the screen here probably what time to jump to where it's not on the screen anymore. And I'll also tell you when I'm putting it down. So it's going up in 3, 2, 1, and this arrived yesterday. I love it. I think it's beautiful. It's funny, when I think of Nesta, this is not the colors I picture, but then again, I haven't read A Court of Silver Flames yet, so maybe that will change. But I think the colorway, like, it's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I'm putting it away now. Nobody can see it. It's done. It's gone. I got it on her Lofty 4-ply sock. I got the sock set. So it comes with a 20-gram mini and a full-size skein, and it's her 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards per 100 grams. And that's that. That is acquisitions. I'm gonna jump into a little bit of shop news really quick, and then we'll talk about books and life stuff. So let me finagle things so I can actually get to things. Hang on. Okay, we've repositioned. Okay, now I know I talked about in the last podcast, we're gonna be having a ready to ship shop update in April. Tentatively, let me pull up my calendar. Okay, yeah, so tentatively Saturday, April 8th, probably. Day before Easter, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so tentatively Saturday, April 8th will be the ready to ship shop update. So I'm just gonna show you guys what we're gonna have in there. We've got returning colorways. Well, I guess we'll do that first. Let's go through returning colorways first, and then we'll grab new colorways. I swear, guys, I know what I'm doing, okay? Oh, this one's new. Okay, stay. got everything like in such a jumble over here. Trying to keep things together. Go there. I'm dropping things. This is going great, guys. We're doing good. Okay. This works. Okay, so for the four returning colorways, these are restocks. We've got Weasley's Wizard Wheezes is coming back to the shop as per request. So is Honeydukes. So those are the two Harry Potter colorways that are coming back to the shop. The next colorway that's coming back to the shop is one of our best sellers, which is 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. Obviously inspired by the My Chemical Romance album. And the last returning colorway is normally a sock set, but it is coming back in single skeins just because I didn't have enough minis to dye up. So it is Feyre. So Feyre will be back in single skeins. So that's that. And we have 1, 4, right? Yeah. 4 brand new colorways coming to the shop. So first things first, the first new colorway we have coming to the shop is Spring Court. It's part of the Court of Thorns and Roses collection. So that's that, right? Yeah, that's that. That's coming to the shop new. The next new colorway we have coming to the shop is called Springtime. The next new colorway, right? Hold on. I had this all organized nice, guys. I don't know what I did here. Licorice. Hey, come on, you were being so good. Okay, the next new colorway we have coming to the shop is a new Harry Potter one called Florian Fortescue's Ice Cream Parlor. Where is this? Yeah, okay. I was like, in that lighting for a second, it looked like Spring Court, but it's not. This one kind of reminds me of Neapolitan ice cream. So yeah, that's that. Florian Fortescue's. Okay. And the final new colorway coming to the shop, this one might be my favorite, is Mermaid Lagoon, which I'm very excited about. So expect those in the shop Saturday, April 8th, probably 10 a.m. Eastern, more than likely. That's usually when I do my shop updates and stuff. Yeah. So Saturday, April 8th, 10 a.m. Eastern time will be the ready to ship shop update with all 8 of those colors. So, hey guys, that's post-lunch Ashley here. I forgot to mention in the podcast, and I just thought of it, that clubs go live this Saturday, April 1st at 10 a.m. Eastern. So if you are interested in getting this month's Disney Princess Club, which is inspired by Anna, this month's Gilmore Girls Club, which is inspired by Hep Alien, or this month's Supernatural Club, which is inspired by Castiel, those listings will be going live on my Etsy shop at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. Back to the podcast. That is all the yarny fun stuff. If that's all you came here for, licorice. Hey, stop it. If that's all you came for, thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Both help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that. And yeah, I'm gonna get into books and life stuff now. So books. Okay. Let's see. Got a little pile here, guys. So I have not gotten much farther in From Blood and Ash. think I read a couple more chapters since the last time we talked, and it's not that I'm not enjoying it. It's that all I kept thinking about was Crescent City 2. That's all I wanted to, I could not stop thinking about how badly I wanted to start Crescent City 2. So that's exactly what I did. I started Crescent City 2. I am only on chapter 3 because I started this and then promptly lost all will to read. I hate when that happens. But I have started Crescent City 2. I'm loving it so far, even though I'm only 2 chapters in. I'm very excited to keep going. I love Bryce. She's one of my favorite protagonists probably ever. Like she's pretty much right up there with Feyre for me. And yeah, I'm hoping to get back to this maybe today. I kind of want to spend the afternoon reading. We'll see how that goes because I have to make some phone calls and say it's a whole thing. Anyway, I started that. Then Keith and I went to the bookstore yesterday for no reason because we just felt like buying books. So I bought the first Crescent City in hardcover because I have it in paperback. And I believe Sarah J. Maas announced that new covers are coming out for the Crescent City books in May. So I know Crescent City 3 will have a different cover, but I really wanted both of the first 2 in the original covers in hardcover. So I bought Crescent City, the first one, in hardcover. I'm going to donate my paperback to my library, probably. And then I bought the 5th or 6th book in the Throne of Glass series. Licorice, stop. Because I do plan on starting that after I finish Crescent City. Well, not starting it. I've read the first Throne of Glass book. I had a really hard time with it. I kind of had to force myself to finish it. But everyone keeps telling me it gets infinitely better. So I went to Target like a month or 2 ago and bought like the first 4 or 5 books. And then now every time I go to a bookstore, I just buy the next one in the series. So I'm not bulk buying everything at once. But yeah, so I got that. And then I also bought Tom Felton's biography, Beyond the Wand. And I started this yesterday. I figured it's gonna be a good palate cleanser to kind of read in between all the fantasy I'm reading. Because sometimes like I wanna read, but like I need more brain space for fantasy sometimes because you gotta pay attention, you know? And I've wanted to read this book since he like announced that he was publishing it. But I'm on chapter 3 in this one as well. But it's such an easy read. It's fun. Yeah, so far we've had a foreword from Emma Watson, we've learned about his family and such. So it's good, it's easy, it's not gonna take me long to finish, and it's gonna be perfect for when I need a brain break, you know? And last but not least, last time we talked about book club book. So this time it is my friend Erica's turn for books. She picked The Deep by Nick Cutter. Haven't started it yet. I'm planning on starting it this afternoon because our first book club meeting is Friday and we have to read up to page 99. Yeah, up through page 99. So we've got like this much to read by Friday, which it should be pretty easy. Not concerned. This normally isn't my type of book, so we shall see. But that's the whole point of book club. You know, branch out. You know what I mean? So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna start this today probably, just because I don't want to have to jam all of my book club reading into one day. So I'm gonna try to spread it out as much as possible. But yeah, that's my book talk for the day. Ooh, excuse me. As far as life stuff goes, I need some water. What has gone on in the past 3 weeks? The boys had spring break last week. That was really, so I didn't film 2 weeks ago because I just hadn't made enough progress on I made barely any progress on anything. I don't know why. It was just a really busy week. I can't remember why, but I just didn't have time to knit. So, yeah. This past week, the boys were on spring break, which is why I didn't film. But I did have a ton of time. I got most of my progress done this past week because the boys were on spring break. So yeah, Monday, we took them to Build-A-Bear this past Monday, last Monday. Today's Tuesday, last Monday of spring break. When they were on spring break, we took them to Build-A-Bear because Paul's never been to Build-A-Bear. So he got his bear, so cute. It was just a family affair. We all got bears. My mother-in-law and stepfather-in-law were there as well. My mother-in-law made a bear. Then we all went out to eat for lunch. It was great. Tuesday, it was super nice out. So the boys, I let them play in the yard and stuff for a couple hours. It was great. Wednesday, Bruce was supposed to have a play date, but then it got canceled. So I took them to McDonald's for lunch because I felt really bad. Thursday, it was pouring rain all day and I dyed up all this yarn. I figured, okay, let's get it done, out of the way. I should not have done all of it in one day. It was bad news bears because I did not account for the growing a human thing. So it was a little taxing, a little tiring, but that's why this is the biggest update and dyeing I will be doing until after baby's born, because it was just too much. Clubs, it's a little bit easier. Volume is not so high. So anyway, Friday it was rainy again, but I took the boys to Michael's. I bought a couple sweatshirts and bought a couple like SVGs. I made one that was like the Cereal Tea Co. And I think it said like spill the tea on the bottom, and then another one that had like Ruined Danan, Starborn, Crown Prince of Velvar and Faye on it, which I wore that yesterday. But yeah, Friday was a kind of a crafting day. Bruce bought a magic kit actually, and then he did magic shows all weekend. It was really cute. He also got a diamond painting kit, which I've been helping him with. Paul just got crayons and like giant coloring sheets and stuff. But yeah, that was Friday. Saturday, my mother-in-law and stepfather-in-law came over for dinner. We ordered pizza and then we watched the latest Sebastian Maniscalco stand-up on Netflix, which Keith and I had seen it before, but my mother-in-law hadn't, and it's just, Sebastian Maniscalco is hilarious all the time. Yeah, and then Sunday, Keith actually took the boys out for a good couple hours. He took them to the park because it was beautiful out. He took them to the park and then they met up with his mom and they went to McDonald's and stuff. So I got to like hang out home, relax, shower uninterrupted for the first time in a week. Yeah, he was like, you need a break. You've been with them 24/7 for the whole week. I'm gonna take them for a couple hours. I was like, oh, thank God. So I cleaned a little bit, had a nice uninterrupted shower, and then watched Shadow and Bone. I've been watching that. I read the first book, and then I kind of gave up after that. I was like, I like it, but like not enough to keep reading the book. So I was like, I'll watch the show. And the show's really good. I'm liking the show a lot so far. But then when they got back, my father-in-law came over for dinner, and then we kind of relaxed. Yesterday we were relaxing. Keith bought the new Resident Evil, the Resident Evil 4 remake. Resident Evil 4 is one of his all-time favorite games, so he like pre-ordered and pre-installed the game when it came out. He's been playing it nonstop since like Friday. So, yeah, that catches you up. Oh, yesterday was Monday. Yesterday I went for my 20-week ultrasound. Everything looks good. He's right where he's supposed to be, height, like growth-wise and everything. They said everything looks good. I do have to go back in 2 weeks for another ultrasound though, because he wasn't cooperating and didn't want to flip around and move, so they couldn't get clear pictures of his spine. So I have to go back to get those. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bruce has his first baseball practice today after school, which my stepfather-in-law will be taking him to because his practices are like 5 to 7 or something. So kind of interferes with like bedtime for Paul. So Grandpa will be taking him to practice. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to talk about. Thanks for hanging out and chatting with me for the last 45 minutes or so. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Happy knitting. Bye.